So let's talk about creating a morning routine that will change your life. Hi, I'm Derek. Before I created a morning routine, my life was very messy and unorganized. I always felt stressed, so I would wake up in the morning and just go about my day. But I noticed at the end of the day, I felt like I hadn't achieved much, and my brain was always foggy, messy, and life felt just stressed. So I read two books. I read the book by James Clear, The Atomic Habits, and also read the book Miracle Morning. And from that point on, I slowly created a morning routine that had proven to create a life for me that was very productive, focused, and has made me achieve much more of what I wanted to do. It's not the perfect. It's not perfect, and it's ever changing. So I'll share my current routine, what I do, and how you can create your own routine that will help you reach what you want to do, make you more productive, more focused, and get more of the results that you want to get in your life. So let's just start with my morning routine. So I wake up, I try not to press the snooze button, doesn't always work, but that's what I try. And then I have what I call the four W's. So it's wake up, I wash, so brush my teeth and do skincare. And then I have water, whereas I drink 500 milliliters of water in my vitamins. And then I go for a workout, 45 minutes to max an hour. And after I'm done, I have the two R's, what I call reflect and refocus. And that's where I have a 5-minute brain dump on a piece of paper and also for gratitude. And then I also review my goals. So I can be a bit more focused. I noticed I need to review my goals and so I can keep it top of mind and keep it a bit more focused, because otherwise that doesn't work for me. I quickly get distracted by other things in life. And after that, I have a shower, breakfast, and I head to work. That's basically my morning routine. It takes about 1 hour and a half to do it. But obviously, that's not what you gotta do. You have to do. You can create your own morning routine that works for you. So obviously, the first step is design your ideal morning routine. So the first thing you got to do is decide how the perfect morning will look like for you. So it could be that you also want to work out, or you want to spend some time reading in the morning, or you want to go for walks. Uh, Regardless of what you want to achieve, the first step is to decide, this is what my ideal morning would be that would make my life more productive, maybe, would make me feel happier or more stable. So that is by far step one. After you decided what you want to do, you have to plan for execution. Step two is to plan for execution. What does that mean? So the first thing you want to do is time block everything. So in my case, for each of the steps I mentioned, I write down how many minutes that would take, how much time that would take, just so I know how much time I need in the morning to do the things the way I want to do it. For example, when I say wake up and wash, so that is wake up, now I'm pressing the snooze button, brushing my teeth, and then doing my skincare, I take about 20 minutes for those three things. The reason being, when I wake up, I need a few minutes to kind of um, come back to earth, if you will, and just be back to wake up before I can just start doing things. So I take the first step, I do it slowly, I take my time for it, just so I can ease into the morning routine, because I notice feeling rushed just bothers me. It's not helpful at all. So the first thing you want to do is then time block everything, write out what you want to do in the morning and how many minutes that would take you to achieve those things or to do those things you want to do. So the second step is write it down on pieces of paper, if you will, or cardboard, whatever you want, and place it where you'll see it. So in the morning, it could be a post-it note on the bathroom mirror. It could be a piece of paper on your dining room table. Whatever you're going to naturally go through the morning as you walk, it should be very, very visible. And one of the reasons is, if you don't have a clear list written down, you're going to forget steps, and before you know it, you're back to your old routine. So that's why it's so important to write it down and put it where you're sure to see it, so that you know that you will be reminded of what you want to do. After you've written down the ideal steps, you place the times that you want to, and you put it in the different places that would remind you easily in the morning. Make sure you give yourself 2 weeks just to get used to it. So I noticed that um, the first few days it took me when I write a new morning routine, or when I initially wrote it, it was uncomfortable, or it was didn't feel natural, or it was more nothing more than a to-do list. Because it is. You're gonna do these stuff, and give yourself some time to just adjust to it. So that's why you have it written down, so it becomes, so you can do it every day until it becomes a habit, and you have it. You can see it, and as it becomes part of you, you're gonna notice that it's gonna become part of the normal routine. Um, but give it some time. And my advice as well is not to tweak it right away into the first 2 weeks. Just give yourself the time. Don't tweak it, and after those 2 weeks, adjust. Then step three: make sure you make it sustainable. Um, that's some of the things I already mentioned, but you want to make sure you start small. Just start with 2, 3 things that you want to do in the morning. One of the first mistakes I made was in my first morning routine. I had such a long list that I remember by end of week one, it felt so overwhelming, and it took so much time that I really don't want to do it anymore. So you want to make sure you start small with something you really want, and just a few things. Don't forget, you can always change it. So start small, things that you really want to do, and make it doable every morning, because the goal is to do it every morning. Another thing is important: prioritize sleep. Make sure you go to bed on time, because if you don't, it's going to be much more difficult to wake up and now press the snooze button. And even if you do wake up, because you're so tired, you might not want to follow through. So you want to make sure you sleep on time. So prioritize sleep the night before to go to bed on time, and give yourself enough time to sleep and be rested. Another thing is prepare the day before. Some people really hate cooking breakfast or preparing breakfast in the morning, but they do want to eat a healthy breakfast as part of the morning routine. If that's your case, try to meal prep the day before, having it in the fridge, so you can easily just open the fridge, take out what you need. Maybe it's overnight oats, or maybe it's scrambled eggs. Just you cook it the day before, put it in the microwave if that's what you need to do, heat it up and eat. If you need to cook every morning as well as your morning routine, it can be, but if you don't enjoy it, it's going to make it a lot more difficult to make it sustainable. So try to think, what are the things you can do before the morning that would make it very easy to follow through on. Another example is if you want to go to the gym, but it's not naturally your thing in the morning, or to work out, but it's not naturally your thing. One of the options is to put your gym clothes next to your bed. So when you wake up in the morning, you put the clothes on right away, and put your shoes by the door. So prepare everything that you don't have to think about things. Remove any obstacles that might hinder you of executing on what you said that you wanted to do. Those are ways that you can make it more sustainable. Another thing is, like I said earlier, tweak it over time. So start small, choose what you want to do it for 2 weeks. And if you notice it's going very easy and you want to add to it, please do, but do it incrementally, because I'm trying to communicate, like the first mistake I did, I wanted too much too fast, and it made it much more difficult to be consistent. So like I said, some of the results I saw, and I'm hoping you'll see, is that the morning was much more structured. I had a lot more mental rest, or ease of mind, because I knew what I had to do in the morning without having to think of it. It set up my day to be productive, or do more, or achieve more that I wanted to achieve, and not feel as stressed as I did before. And I noticed this is one of the small changes I did in my life that had a very big impact. And I'm hoping it would do the same for you. Because I do think as soon as you have a great morning, I also noticed that I would feel that I had successes with a solid morning, and thus making the rest of the day easier to pursue the things or to do the tasks that I didn't enjoy. But because I already had successes, it made those tasks much easier. days that I miss the morning routine or I don't follow through in them, and for me especially that's the workout, it does have a negative impact on me. So then it costs more energy to get the same things done that otherwise would have cost less. So my hope for you is that you go on and today and design a morning routine for tomorrow morning that will help you become more productive and achieve more. And let me know in the comments what you've done and how it has helped you. So watch this next video so we can grow together and become better together.